Hi there, dear friends of mystery. As you know, shadows operate in different ways. But are they in our favor or against? I'm Mr. S, and today I will tell you a story, but it is not a fairy tale. Mariana was a 34-year-old writer known for her successful mystery novels. However, she had recently fallen into a creative block that trapped her in a cycle of despair. In a bid to regain her inspiration, she decided to return to her hometown following the death of her grandmother, the last resident of their old family mansion. This decision was made with the hope that the memories and atmosphere of her childhood might help her recover her muse. The town, a small rural place surrounded by dense forests and mountains, welcomed her with a mix of familiarity and sorrow. The mansion, imposing and aged, seemed to be waiting for her return. The walls creaked with every step, as if whispering forgotten secrets. Memories and antiques filled every room, transporting her back to her childhood. On her first day, while exploring the house, Mariana climbed up to the attic. There, among old boxes and cobwebs, she found an ancient chest covered in dust. Opening it, she discovered letters, diaries, and old photographs. As she read the first letter written by her grandmother, a pang of unease struck her. The letter recounted how both her grandmother and her mother had been tormented by a malevolent entity. Over the following nights, Mariana immersed herself in reading the diaries and letters, uncovering that the curse had begun with her great-great-grandmother, who practiced witchcraft. In one of her failed rituals, she had summoned an entity known as the Shadow, which had since haunted the women of their family. As she delved deeper into these stories, something within her unblocked, and her creative block vanished along with the peace of the house. Indeed, she began writing feverishly, or in other words, she began documenting every strange phenomenon she started experiencing. From the very moment that Mariana started reading those papers, shadows came to move around her. Whispers filled the house at night, and a dark figure lurking in the corners fleetingly appeared too. Her nights became a series of nightmares, and her days a desperate attempt to understand and confront whatever was haunting them. Nonetheless, look on the bright side of this. Her creative block wasn't bothering her anymore. However, Mariana used to be such a curious woman and seeking answers. She visited Kiev figures in the town. The elderly priest, Father Gregorio, who had known her grandmother and was well versed in the family's history too. His eyes shined when he saw Mariana, and with a smile exclaimed,
I haven't seen you since in a long while. Want to get a confession session going?
But his eyes rapidly filled with concern when she told him what she had discovered. The shadow is real, Mariana, he said with a trembling voice. Your grandmother and mother fought against it, but they couldn't defeat it. You should know it, you know? She also spoke with Anna, a childhood friend who was now the town librarian. Anna was a quiet and observant woman, always willing to help.
I remember your grandmother used to come to the library looking for books on legends and curses,
she told her. Together, they combed through the library's archives, searching for any useful information. The local historian, Mr. Enrique, was an eccentric man with a vast collection of ancient documents. His office, an organized chaos of books and scrolls, was a testament to his obsession with the past.
The legend of the shadow has circulated in the town for generations.
Enrique explained.
But the details have always been vague. Maybe these documents can shed some light on the matter.
Together they discovered that the only way to break the curse was to perform a purification ritual on a specific night coinciding with a lunar eclipse. However, as the date of the eclipse approached, the entity grew more aggressive. The shadow used Mariana's fears and guilt against her, whispering in her ear as she slept, filling her mind with terrifying images. She felt a deep guilt, and that entity knew it. This almost broke her inside. She remembered that day of having abandoned her sick mother to pursue her career.
Shame and guilt is what you deserve.
The shadow continuously remarked to Mariana. Finally, the night of the eclipse arrived. With the help of her new allies, Mariana gathered the ingredients for the ritual. They prepared everything in the heart of the mansion, the exact place where her great-great-grandmother had summoned the entity. As the eclipse began, Mariana knelt on the floor, surrounded by a circle of candles, and started reciting the ritual's words. She felt the shadow's presence more powerful than ever, trying to stop her. The shadow manifested in front of her, a dark, amorphous figure filled with hatred and despair. The words of the ritual resonated in the air, mingling with Mariana's cries and the entity's malevolent whispers. Fear and guilt enveloped her, but she knew she couldn't give up. Not now, not anymore. At the ritual's climax, the shadow launched one final attack, filling Mariana's mind with visions of her mother, pale and dying, reaching out to her, her eyes full of reproach. She almost succumbed, but a voice inside her, her mother's voice, gave her strength. She remembered her mother's last words, her love and sacrifice. With a final scream, the ritual was completed and the shadow disintegrated, emitting a heartbreaking howl. The darkness that had enveloped the house began to dissipate. Mariana felt a peace she had never known before, and the mansion, freed from the curse, seemed brighter and more welcoming. Exhausted but victorious, Mariana realized that her true home was here, in the town. Among the shadows of the past, she decided to stay, becoming a renowned writer who now found inspiration in her own story. The house, a symbol of redemption and new beginnings, became her refuge. In that house, surrounded by memories and secrets, she found not only her inspiration, but also her peace. She also began writing a new novel. How did she call it? The Shadow of the Past. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Write if you felt identified with this story. And remember, next time you feel a chill in the night, it might be a whisper from the darkness. Until we meet again in the shadows, stay curious, stay safe, stay subscribed.
Goodbye.